Real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shai Bashem Rakakadash as usual. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, this is going to be super quick. This is put up by Priest Genesis Mode. Dr. Divine Prospect talks Gentile salvation with Genesis. So I guess he's with Gentiles being saved, according to this title right here. Now, this is what I know. I made an observation. He had the other day, a couple days ago, he had Zion Lex, and he mentioned, I'll let some of this play. Is this live? This is live, yes. I caught it from the beginning, 2 minutes in. He had, a couple of days ago, he had Zion Lex and a couple other people I'm not too familiar with. And Zion Lex is with this doctrine that the Gentiles could be saved, and based upon this title right here, Divine Prospect, as we know him, Dr. Divine Prospect, is with this as well. Now, this is what I noticed, that there's not one West camp that's with this. As far as I know, there's not one West camp, former One West camp. IUIC is not with it. HODC is not with it. HOI took a neutral stance, talking about the priest Zabak. I don't believe he's with it. I don't believe he would even think about being with it, but who knows? Who else? The Sakari, with the big scandal that took place almost a year ago. You had a lot of those Sakari members, former Sakari members, that set up their own camps. You got Masada, you got Genesis, you got a bunch of them that broke off. Even before the scandal, you had some that broke off. So you have a lot of former Sakari members, and not one of those former Sakari member camps are down with this thing, as far as I can concern. As far as I'm concerned, excuse me. Now, we hadn't seen a video on Divine Prospect. I guess he puts one up. I don't subscribe to him. I don't follow. I don't go by what he teaches. Same thing with Zion Lex. Zion Lex for years was non-messianic. Now he's a messianic Israelite. He believed that the Messiah came, and he gives credit to the former One Westers. But he believes that Gentiles can make it. But anyway, let this play from where it is. I don't know what he's going to say. I put it on live. I listened to a little bit of it, like I said. Let's go ahead and let this play. Boom.
I put the recording in the chat for others to hear it.
Let me bring this back.
Peace.
Bring this back.
Messiah after decades of being OT only.
Let me bring it back some more. I don't got to bring it back to the beginning. Let's go.
Dude, this is from the Genesis Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. We have Divine as a guest speaker a few times this month. Next month, we will have the Hebrew Israelite scholar Zion Lex joining the Genesis Varsity as well, showing love to the classroom and the people, going over some Hebrew, how he came to believe in the Messiah after decades of being OT only.
Talking about Zion Lex, he was OT only. He didn't believe in the Messiah. With those debates that they had the Hebrews against the Kemetic, he came to believe that the Messiah did come. So,
going into some, prophecies, Gentile salvation, all of that. So, hey, make sure y'all tap in with the Varsity Online Academy. Got a lot of guest speakers coming through, so I appreciate them. All praise to the Most High. Again, this is from the Genesis Varsity class from a few days ago. Let's go. Hebrew Israelite scholar, my brother, Dr. Divine in the building. Peace and blessings. We appreciate you, brother. Again, we're going to be popping in and out of this, of the class. If there's any smoke in the chat, we will allow you to come on here and build with us. Just make it be known in the chat. Some people got to work today, so I put the recording in the chat for others to hear it. So peace and blessings to y'all who didn't get a chance to talk to the brother.
I'm just trying to catch something.
other live. Y'all missed out. You should have called in work and was like, bro, I got to, I got this is we gonna write you a what is it called, exemption letter. Gonna write you an exemption letter for this. Divine, you do those letters too?
Yeah, yeah, we've been doing them for about 7 years now.
Okay, because I've been directing everybody to Priest Kahan at Light of Zion. But I know a lot of brothers do them though too, so I'll shoot brothers your way as well, brothers and sisters your way.
Yeah, yeah, if they need it, I got you.
All praises. Well, I'll
Okay, I want to hear. Hopefully, Divine will make his stands known. I don't want to put words in his
like to
mouth.
take this time for you to just introduce yourself. You can give a brief synopsis of, your biography, and then we'll just get into some questions. I know the topic is Gentile salvation, and so we'll be building mostly on that for today. But you got it, brother. Go ahead.
All right, I appreciate it. Trying to figure out where to start.
You can see he lined up, so he doesn't follow Mosaic law, all of Mosaic law. You can see he's clearly lined up.
So I'm known affectionately as Divine Prospect. I've been in the Israelite community since 2013. Been even more active from 2014 to present day. So that's the past 11, 12 years. Prior to that, I dealt with Christianity for about 5 years. I was a Christian apologist.
So he was an apologist. He probably attended a theological cemetery. So note that. Put that in your mental.
I also had a ministry where I was helping out with setting up Bible study curriculums and Sunday school curriculums as well. And then I was assisting with other smaller ministries and getting their ministry off the ground via assistance with training. And then,
in other words, a former Christian. So
when I entered the Israelite community, I dealt first with trying to, work on the convergence between ancient Israel and ancient Kemet. And then I realized that people really didn't want to do that. So I just went on doing the Israelite work. I established an organization called KHM, which is Kingdom Harbinger Ministries, and we do work in the community. We do a lot of activism type of work and hands-on type of work, and we offer programs, services, and product to the general.
That's something that GMS doesn't do. Their job is to go out, push his word out for the elect to come in, for only the elect to come in, not handing out sandwiches and clothes and stuff like that. We're not like an outreach. We're not like the Salvation Army.
General public, mostly geared towards the Black community, and through working with them through these means, we bring them into the truth, right? So we provide a service.
The question is, what's the truth? What's the truth?
We provide a program or a product that alleviates a societal ill. And with that remedy, they typically come back and ask questions about our organization, what we're about, and we lead them to the Most High from there. Right. In 2021, I got my doctorate in theology. So I got a PhD.
Okay, so he was still in school, theological cemetery. So, hey, we already know where he comes
several years for that, about 4 years for that, because I was in an accelerated program, I already had college credit, so that kind of worked to my advantage. And then throughout the Israelite and Kemetic community, I got 3 awards. I was given something from Sonetta, the top Hebrew scholar. That's even worth anything. 2019 from the Greater Awakening Assembly. They had an award ceremony, so they presented me one there. And then at the, interestingly enough, at the Black Power Awards, the second annual Black Power Awards, they gave me a
I wish I could have got a Black Power Award.
21st Century Scholarship Award over Umar Johnson, which is crazy. So this is just some fun facts and some interesting things. But present day now, I've had the time to work on my monographs, and these are like academic length dissertations.
Anything on the mark of the beast? Anything on Babylon being America? Anything on nuclear destruction? Babylon being destroyed? Anything on Edomites? Do you believe that so-called Europeans are the Edomites?
or research papers that's submitted to public.
Do you believe that you were sent by the Most High or by this theological cemetery that you spent however many years you spent in?
Publishing in academic publishers like Oxford, Cambridge, Brill, etc. So that's what I've been doing lately. So I came on here because I've had conversations with Priest Haka and Brother Assad in the past in regards to Gentile salvation. I know when they was wrestling with this in Sakari and coming to their own conclusions, they reached out to me. I think I saw y'all at the, what's that, the Fringe 3?
Yeah.
That Fringe up when you asked me about the Paul situation. And then you asked me about the Gentile situation. I was like, what's these brothers got cooking up? You know what I'm saying? So, and then we had a phone call about it as well. So I'm just here to kind of give some insight, you know, letting Deacon Hakan lead the way.
So I guess they were struggling with it, and the divine prospect, prospect divine, made them see the light.
And whatever questions or inquiries you'd like me to address, I'm here to do so as a guest. So.
All praise.
Have this transition of this idea of a son of man. So we have the signs, the concept of son of man, signs of the omen. Son of man is the idiomatic term that's used to denote a body politic of individuals, which is the nation of Israel, or an individual who's coming back to restore the kingdom of Yah on the earth, right? So once we understand those
You said Yah, not Yahweh. You said Yah Israel.
two elements, then the question is, okay, well, who's the elect? Well, scroll down here in the book of Daniel, chapter 7. So we're going to start first, go up a little further, up a little further, right here. So it says, verse 18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and forever and ever, right? Scroll down a little bit. I'm going to go right here, verse 22. And it says, and the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. So remember, the book of Daniel is written to Israel. Matter of fact, this portion of Daniel chapter 7 is actually written in Aramaic, right? So this is Aramaic Daniel. This is not being written specifically to any quote unquote Gentiles. This is referring to prophetically what's going to happen after the culmination of all.
Yeah, when you go to the blue letter, it'll tell you that the book of Daniel is written in Aramaic, which was the language of the Babylonians, also known as Syriac.
These kingdoms that are ruling over Israel, they're going to receive their judgment, and then the kingdom that's currently in the earth, the world kingdom, is going to be given to the Israelites. Well, if that's the case, well, what was the status of Israel and the Gentiles at this time? Well, the Israelites were a people group that was in captivity, and if they had any Gentiles amongst them, everything would work according to what we see in the Torah, right? Because now they have established autonomy, not sovereignty, but autonomy in the what we call Yehud, the province of Yehud, which is part of the Persian kingdom at this time. They had a satrap that was over it, which is like a governor. And in this region, if they're enacting Israelite law, you know that's going to be the Israelites who are in control of that autonomous block right there. So we see this in the book of Ezra and Nehemiah. We see that Nehemiah gets upset with the Israelites because they have intermarried with other nations, worshiping other.
Hold up, you cut out. Mic check, mic check.
I wasn't saying anything.
Hold on a second.
And amongst them at that time, we know that the quote unquote Samaritan groups were kept from helping to build the city temple and the walls. So they've separated themselves from those groups as well. And if there was any Gentiles that was amongst them at this time, this is historically, everything would have operated based on the book of the law that Ezra was reading from, right? And in that book of the law, starting with Exodus chapter 12, we see the various Gentiles that are living amongst the Israelites, the ones who are uncircumcised, the ones who are circumcised. But according to the law, as we see it, the law always makes a distinction between Jew and Gentile. When it says one law for the native and one law for the Gentile, it's referring to Passover, because they have to keep Passover accordingly to what we see in Exodus 12. But we see throughout the rest of the Torah that there are distinct laws that deal only with the Gentiles that the Israelites do not touch. And the reason for that is because the word Kodesh represents their set apart nature. So because of the token of the covenant, which is circumcision,
Mind you, what did he mention? Not Esther, Ezra. Ezra, Ezra 4. Let me go to that real quick. Okay, give me a second right here. Let me X this out. So we know where he's coming from. Let me see. Let me go to Ezra 4. Really got to read the whole chapter. Ezra chapter 4. I guess those people that Shalmaneser the fifth, number five, the fifth Shalmaneser, which is a title in Second Kings. Ephraim was outside the land. Remember, they were taken into captivity. Samaria was empty, and Samaria is the land of the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites dwelt in Samaria. In the kingdom, they're gonna go back to Samaria. So they took nations around about to be in that land. You know the whole story. The Most High sent lions among them to destroy some of them. They inquired, why is this going on? Oh, you're not keeping the laws? Keep the laws. That didn't mean that they're going to go in the kingdom because they keep the laws. They kept the laws to get them lions off their asses. Now you got, jump to the New Testament, St. John 4, you got the woman at the well, which she was a descendant of those people. You know what they started saying? Oh, we're the people. Not, we're keeping the laws of the people. We're not the people. No, we're the people now. And she mentioned that her father's father, go back to Jacob. Right? Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, am I in the right? That's Caesar Jerusalem. Give me a second. That's Ezekiel, I'm sorry. Ezekiel, I'm sorry. Let me do this. I'm trying to go to Ezra. Give me a second here. I spelled that wrong. Is that spelled right? Yeah. Ezra. I'm sorry. Try it this way. Ezra. Bear me for a minute, y'all. Did you mean Ezra? God damn, wait a minute. Give me all the books. Please forgive me, y'all. Forgot how to spell Ezra. Let me do it this way. Okay, this is Ezra. Ezra 7. Please forgive me again. I'm almost there. I'm getting old. Ezra. Let's try it this way. Okay, Ezra 4. Okay, here we go. Ezra 4, right? Adversaries hinder the work. What adversaries? These people. When you go back here, you know what? Now that's going to be a relatively long video. Then they wanted to build with them. They wanted to build the physical temple up. Now you got people, nations that want to build with us. You got these guys pushing that. They couldn't build the physical temple, and they can't build the spiritual temple with us. Then they came to Zerubbabel and the chief of the fathers, let us build with you. That was a physical building, the temple. Now they're trying to build a spiritual building with us. for we seek your God. Well, we seek your God, as we do, and we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Assyria, which I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look that up so we can find out who is this talking about, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Joshua, these were the Lord, the Messiah was dealing, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua was dealing with Zerubbabel, Joshua the high priest, and the rest of the chief of the fathers of the Israelites. This was Judah. Kingdom of Judah was also known as Israel. Right? And said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together will build unto. So wait a minute, these Gentiles wanted to build with them. They wanted to assist them. They said, nah, no, this is for us. And what did they do? They got mad and frustrated their building, as you read down. So all of a sudden now it's open? Fuck out of here, man. But you know what? Like I said, not one of these One West camps is agree with what, this whole new doctrine, guess you can call it. And that includes Zabak. So Shalom to Zabak. He's like, I ain't with this shit, He tried to be PC. Now you had to take it. You got to take a side. You got to take a side, brother. What you did, which is a good thing. But what was I going to say? So many things in my head. Oh, like I mentioned early in the video, that the groups that broke off from Sakari, not one of them is agree with Genesis. The only people that are following Genesis or speak the same thing or believe the same thing is Zion Lex and Divine Prospect, which neither of them are originally part of the One West. So that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. ISU came with that shit. We get on IUIC, but IUIC ain't with that shit. They got other shit to deal with. They fucked up on other things, but they know that the Gentiles ain't gonna make it. So anyway, let's do this real quick. Let's find out who Esarhaddon, king of Ashur. Let's see who that is. Let's go to the you know what? Let's go to the chat. Maybe the chat will help us. All right, let me do this. Bear with me for a minute, y'all, to show you who this is talking about. So, you can. Let's do this. Okay, I want them to say Shalmaneser. Give me a second. Neo-Assyrian Empire, son of Sennacherib. Let me do this. Let me do this. I know it's Shalmaneser. I just want to give you the document on it. Was a king. Let's do this. A king. Let's see what comes up. Just says Sennacherib, king of Assyria, Neo. Let me do it this way. Yes. Okay, let me do this. Now you want to give me information. Okay. did take down the, I'll put in Israelites. Israelites. Okay, so this is a different Sargon. Okay, Israel, Northern Kingdom had been already been destroyed by Sargon II more than 40 years before. Okay, good. That was a different person. Let me see. Sargon II. Let's go to Sargon II. Let me do this. Did take down the Israelites. Let's do it this way. Bear me for a minute, y'all. Let me take the did out. Use the did. Just bear with me. It's Sargon II in 7722 BCE. Take down the Israelites. I got to do it this way. Thing is acting up on me. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. There we go, Shalmaneser. There we go. That's what I wanted. So, yes, Sargon II, 722 BCE. The northern kingdom of Israel fell to the Neo-Assyrian Empire. The siege of Samaria began under Shalmaneser II. After Shalmaneser's death, Sargon II took the throne. Okay, what is, boy, let me see. Okay, he had to be in the descendant. So I just want to get that straight. Because after the children of Israel was pushed out of the land, they put these other nations in the land. So they're saying it was this guy that came. He had to be maybe the grandson of Shalmaneser V. I just wonder if that's history now. We're not Christians. We go into stuff, right? So now let's come back over here. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
And their lineal connection to Abraham, right, who received the covenant. They are the covenant bearers, right? Gentiles are not covenant bearers, right? Gentiles can always leave the covenant with Yah and go back to their gods, their nation. Israelites cannot do that. We only have one God. We're part of one nation. Doesn't matter where we else we try to integrate at. We always have that one God, one nation, and circumcision is going to be our token to represent that. So now Jesus is using, Yahushua is using this language that we see. This is rife with tropes from the Tanakh or the Old Testament, right? So we have the omens that he refers to, the concept of the Son of Man. And so any saints that are there, these are referring directly to the Israelites because this is who Jesus came from based on his own words in Matthew 15 and 24. So any
because we needed a savior. If you break one law, you're guilty of all. James 2. So we need a savior. these Gentiles, do they have a savior? They don't have. Nope. Then yeah, the Messiah didn't come for them. So they can the only way they can make it is by the merit of them keeping the law perfectly. They don't even keep the law. They don't even know the law.
Gentiles would be faith-believing Gentiles that are cleaving unto Israel. So this message is not directly to Gentiles. It is aimed directly to Israel. Now, when we get to Paul, it's a little bit different, right? Because Paul's now including the Gentiles into the saint theology. But Jesus is very clear, Yahushua is very clear who his particular audience is. And when he's saying this, there are only...
Okay, well, no. Paul never went to other nations. He went to Israelites that lost their religion, so to speak, their nationality, their identity. So we can stop right there. Matter of fact, I'll let it go a little bit more. So now he says the Old Testament, the Messiah coming for the Israelites, but Paul comes with something else that shows you that they don't understand.
Only Jews around him, no Gentiles. So hopefully that helps to sum up that. Now the second one was, what was the second one you had?
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25 to 27.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, so Revelation chapter 22, I'll scroll up real quick. Let's go up to real quick.
Right here.
All right, so Thyatira is the name of the ecclesia, the body that he's referring to. Now the question would be, who are these? Who entails this group? Are they just Israelites? Are they Israelites and uncircumcised northern tribes? Are they Gentiles, non-ethnic Israelites? That's a good question.
That's a good question, chat. Who do you think the Israelites say all these churches in Asia Minor are? The seven
Israelites.
Churches in Asia Minor. These are all Israelites? Oh, well, the only people on the planet that would say that is a group that started in Harlem. Sadly and unfortunately. Only a group that started in Harlem called One West.
You damn Skippy. That's why none of the One Westers are following you. The priest of Bach tried to be PC about it. And we jumped on them through the spirit. He ain't joining this stuff. He ain't with that. He said these guys are full of shit.
So that means almost 8 billion other people would never say that. Let's hear what Dr. Divine says.
And I would say, according to what a lot of surveys say, this is like a mixture of both Jews and Gentiles, non-ethnic Israelites.
Yeah, Israelites, as we use the terminology. Israelites in a Gentile state of mind. Perfect example, Cornelius. Cornelius was an Israelite in a Gentile state of mind. He was born and raised as an Israelite. No different than Timothy's father. You telling me Timothy? Come on now.
Some of them may have been Hellenized Jews in this region, which probably...
Hellenized Jews are Israelites raised outside the land but kept the law, statutes, and commandments. The biggest group of people that came 3 times out of the year, Deuteronomy 16 and 16, was Alexandria. They came big. They were rolling deep. Those are all Israelites.
Be more fitting to who the Jews would be at this particular locale, right? So you have some ethnic, non-ethnic Israelites and some uncircumcised gentilic Israelites, ones who...
Good, uncircumcised gentilic Israelites. I mentioned Timothy's father. He was a Greek. He's an Israelite. Cornelius, just to mention 2.
Partaken of Hellenism.
Oh, if you go to Romans chapter 16, you read that list. All those names are Greek-sounding names. One of those saints was known. His name was Herod. You read that list. Go to Romans 16, and every name that's mentioned in there are Greek names. Greek, Latin, Greek names. They were not Gentiles. They were Israelites coming back into the fold.
And they don't fully follow the Torah to the T, because any devout Jews who are like circumcised and keeping the law stringently, they typically would not gather in this particular region, right? But we'll read what it says. So Revelation chapter 2, verse 18, this is the context. So verse 18, and it says, and unto the angel of the church of Thyatira write these sayings, the Son of God, another term, Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I know thy works, charity and service and faith, and thy patience and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against you, because thou sufferest the woman Jezebel. Jezebel is a term to an actual character that we know that is in the book of Kings, right? So
That's not actually Jezebel. It's a how can I say it's a type of Jezebel. Jezebel didn't come back. I'm Jezebel. Lay down with me. Jezebel could represent, following a false religion. It's not an actual woman that's going to lay in the bed and have people pop. That's why you have a thing called spiritual fornication. So let's get it straight. That's not Jezebel from the Old Testament.
Jezebel here, obviously, she's no longer alive, so it's not talking about the literal Jezebel, but it's talking about the essence of Jezebel, right? That was there in that region of Thyatira. And it says, which calleth herself a prophet, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. When we read Acts chapter 15, we see that at the end of the Jerusalem Council, a order was given into what those Gentiles are supposed to
Israelites in the Gentile state of mind.
Follow and keep, right? So one of those things was food sacrifice unto idols.
So he's confirming, again, peace and love to our brother Dr. Divine, of course, but he's confirming what we already said, which is the Gentiles in Acts 15 are non-Israelites.
They're Israelites. They're Israelites.
Can we go in there and demonstrate that? Absolutely. Maybe we'll do that when we get off of here. And we'll also open it up for y'all to...
You can demonstrate that. You can demonstrate that to one of these nabobs. One of these people that don't use their heads. You could. Hey, the simple believeth every word. So I commend the former One Westers and the former Sakari members that broke off, that they're not with this shit at all. They're not with this shit at all. Anyway, Shalom, on to the next.